Hi, and a very warm welcome to Wellbeing Mission Control. Really glad you could join me today. I'm Greg Parry. I'm a wellbeing specialist, and one of the things that tends to interrupt the natural flow of our positive feelings is when something really gets under our skin, when we get angry, upset, when we're filled with righteous indignation. And everybody has a point where they're likely to experience a flare-up in their temper. And it's probably a very natural thing. It's sometimes good to let the pressure cooker release its energy, release its steam. But I'd like to suggest that there are other ways for you to take control of this very powerful emotion. Because when we get really angry, it's amazing how much damage we can do to our bodies, to our health, to our harmony. And we often cause a lot of upset to other people as well. And I don't know about you, but in the aftermath of particularly explosive outburst of anger, we usually have feelings of regret or shame or guilt, and then we have to go around apologizing and trying to undo the damage that was inflicted during that explosive outburst. There are things you can do to check that particular habit, and I'm using the word deliberately because a lot of our responses are based on habitual behaviors, ingrained reactions which were laid down in our early childhood. And I refer to this a lot, but it's such an interesting insight into the way that we think and feel and behave that it's always worth exploring. If you feel that you're under tremendous pressure, close to that point where you're going to just explode, there's going to be an explosion of anger and very negative emotion. This is a moment for you to diffuse the habit. And one of the ways you can do it is simply to relax your shoulders. Now, this is something we tend to forget, but our shoulders always reflect how we feel. Even when you say, oh yeah, I'm feeling great, check the shoulder position, because that hunched and bunched defensive posture suggests that things could be a lot better. But this is the interesting thing about your shoulders. It's almost impossible to express anger when your shoulders are relaxed. It's completely contrary to our evolutionary development. When we get angry, when the fear response is strong, we tense up. We get ready to fight or flee. But when we deliberately, consciously unlock the shoulders, it's as if you take the sting out of that flow of emotional energy. You already start to calm down. And there's more. If you can relax your hands, if you ever notice when people get angry, they clench their fists, their hands get very tight. Relax the hands and the fingers. Critically, relax your jaw. It's amazing how we brace and lock the jaw as if we're getting ready to fight. Relax the tongue, the jaw, the neck, the throat, and breathe a little more deeply. These are ancient aspects of a behavior which we developed probably more than 60,000 years ago, according to evolutionary biologists. Relaxing the shoulders, breathing more deeply. These are automatic triggers for lowering the stress response, taking us out of that cycle of angry response and into a more calm and rational approach. It works pretty much every time, but it also delivers into your hands the ability to decide if you want to get angry, if you want to have an explosion. Now, I've worked with people who actually enjoy it. That's a real challenge. They enjoy getting angry. They enjoy the drama and the chaos. But what I'm suggesting is that if you want to avoid the after effects, the aftershocks of losing your temper, take a moment to interrupt the flow of that energy. And you find with a little bit of practice, it gets easier and easier until you can master that emotion to the point where you can choose. If you want to get angry, fine. Let loose the dogs of your temper. But if you want to change it, channel it, release that anger, you're in a much stronger, more controlled position to understand what's going on, both within yourself and within the environment, what's triggering your anger, what's causing you to have those particular responses. These are very powerful techniques you can use for any situation where stress is beginning to rear its ugly head. What do you think? Any comments, suggestions, observations? I'm always delighted to hear from. And in the meantime, I'm looking forward to being back with you very soon, and I'd like to wish you a wonderful day.